everybody, welcome back to my kitchen, and today I'm going to be cooking something really delicious. It's Mediterranean stuffed chicken breast. I do love this. It reminds me of my holidays abroad in all that sunshine. It's so tasty, so flavoursome, and yeah, so easy to do. So stay with me and let me show you how I do it. We're going to need some basil. Now this is fresh from my garden. It's grown really well. And there's some rosemary, just one sprig. That's from my garden too, it's a very large sprig. Some parsley. Obviously we bought this from the local supermarket. We're going to need the zest of a whole lemon, 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, depending on how much you want really, some feta cheese, and we're going to need some of these things. Sun-dried tomatoes in olive oil. And here we have some lovely fresh chicken breast. Gorgeous, isn't it? That's going to just taste so good. And obviously we're going to need a little bit of seasoning. And here we have it. Salt and pepper. So here we go. We put all of our herbs together. We're going to chop these up really finely. There goes the rosemary. We'll pop that on. Put it all on the same chopping board. Squeeze in some garlic, in that goes. I've used about 2 cloves here, that'll be fine. Don't forget that little bit that gets caught on the end. That happens every time. And there we go with a zest of a lemon. On my little grater there, get off as much as you can. And we're going to need these. These are sun-dried tomatoes, and I've got some oil in there as well. And then we start the chopping process. Chop, chop, and then more chopping, and get this all chopped up nice and fine until it's looking like this. Very fine. Then we can add our feta cheese. I've crumbled it up, so I'll put that over the top. And then we're going to chop this in a bit as well. Don't have to be too fussy. Moving on, we're going to cut our chicken breast down the middle, and we're going to open it up just like a little book, if you like. So it's a nice flat piece of chicken breast. When you've done that, we're going to fill it with our mixture. Try and cram in as much as you can get. The more you get, the tastier it's going to be, that's what I always say. So in that goes. Then very, very carefully, we take one piece of the chicken and we fold it over as best you can onto the other piece and wrap it up so it's like a little sort of a roll, if you like. Now some's going to fall out, don't worry too much about that, just tuck it back in again. If you lose some, you lose some, and then it's off to the frying pan. Pick it up carefully and away we go. I'll put a little bit of oil into a non-stick pan, then we can add a chicken portion. And then we can add our other chicken portion. They're looking delicious already. On with the lid, and we're going to let these cook down for about 15 or 20 minutes, but make sure that that chicken is cooked right through, guys, right through. Then you end up with this. Now that's looking good, and the meat is so tender too. Now we take these little tiny tomatoes, little baby tomatoes that we've got here, cut them in half, and then they're going to go into a frying pan. We cut up some asparagus, just take the tops off and leave those end bits because they're probably going to be a bit tough, so we don't want those. Put those to one side, and off they go to the pan. And we want some herbs too, so we're going to chop down some more herbs. These herbs are left over from our dish that we're doing with the chicken. Chop them up and off they go. Into a pan we go with some oil, a little bit of cooking oil. You can use olive oil if you want. Firstly we go in with our tomatoes. And we'll let these cook and soften down. Then we can go in with our asparagus tips. Gives them a little bit of a stir. Then we can go in with our herbs. There's a little bit of cheese got in there too, but that's fine. And then we're going to go in with the juice of half a lemon. Mix this together. Add some olives. These are pitted olives. Try not to use the ones with stones in. And of course, a little bit more garlic. Another clove or two. Squish that in. And now it's time to plate it up. Now, doesn't that look delicious? We've got our veggies on one side, a lovely piece of stuffed chicken on the other side, and of course we're going to have some juice out of the pan. Add that on the top. Don't want to lose any of those flavours now, do we? And there you have it. Delish. Now it's time for a taste test. We'll grab this little bit here, make sure we've got some cheese on it, and off we go.
Yeah, Mediterranean chicken. It just tastes so good and reminds me of my fabulous holidays. Please make this recipe for yourself. It is so tasty. Don't forget, please subscribe to my channel too. And I'll see you all again in the next video in my kitchen. Bye from me.